Hey everybody, welcome back for another Fisticuffs edition of Shoreviewken. Today we're taking a look at Shin Goketsuji Ichizoku on the PlayStation 2, which was developed by Noise Factory and published by Excite in Japan only in 2006. It's the 5th game in the Power Instinct series, which also includes Groove on Fight, a game I've reviewed and loved, and it's the only game in the series that was a console exclusive. It carries on the series tradition of having comical tropes in its characters, settings, and themes that parody other 2D fighting games. The story centers around, as the game describes him, king of a certain country who is holding a fighting tournament known as the Liberation of Lust just to entertain his daughter, Princess Sissy. The winner is rewarded with a single wish, anything their heart desires, but first they must face the unstoppable force that is Bobby Strong, based on real-life Nigerian MMA fighter and Japanese TV personality Bobby Olagun. So again, the premise makes precious little sense, which makes it not entirely unlike most other fighting games. As far as gameplay is concerned, SGI isn't altogether different from most other modern 2D fighters in that it's fast-paced and has a heavy emphasis on stringing together long combos that incorporate special attacks and super combos, so you know the drill. Quarter circles and charge attacks, a power meter at the bottom of the screen that fills up as you land attacks, and just go balls to the wall with combos and fireballs. What sets this game apart, though, is the roster of characters and just how unique they are from one another, and how unorthodox some of them play. They vary wildly in size, power, speed, and the manner in which they attack. Some characters can even morph into various other more powerful forms for brief periods of time, which changes their play style completely. Also, as you play through the arcade and challenge modes, you earn points that can be spent on lust cards, which can be used to change aspects of the various characters, unlock support characters that can be used in combat, or unlock various pieces of art, music, and videos. At the time of its release, this game even featured the option of playing online, which is unfortunately no longer available, but with the 16 playable characters, multiple gameplay modes, and tons of bonuses to unlock, there's plenty of content to keep 2D fighting fans busy. Plus, at its core, when you get past the wacky exterior, this is just a very well-made 2D fighter with fast gameplay, tight controls, and it's extremely fun and addictive. Honestly, I'd put it on the same level as comparable fighters like Melty Blood, or even some Arc System Works fighters like Guilty Gear X and Sengoku Basara Cross. It's very good. Obviously, aside from the gameplay, Shin Goketsuji Ichizoku's visuals and sound design are the major standout feature of the game, which is in line with earlier games in the series that had much less refined gameplay but were attractive just for the sake of their strangeness. Some of the character designs are very unusual when compared to other fighters. There are stages set in strange locations, like inside of a karaoke bar or in a supermarket, and the characters themselves definitely have some strange mannerisms. Silly or not, though, this is a good-looking game. The stages are colorful and detailed, the characters are cool despite their wackiness, and there are plenty of flashy effects during combat to dazzle your eyes. It's not quite on the level of, say, Guilty Gear XX, for example, but it's definitely not bad. The soundtrack is another aspect of this game that really sets it apart from other 2D fighters because, like the plot and characters, there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it. You'll hear punk rock, ukuleles, classical music, dance music, just all kinds of random stuff. And every song features a vocal track, essentially a theme song for each character that matches their persona. And with the characters being as odd as some of them are, the music definitely matches. It's strange, but also helps give the game its charm, and it doesn't sound half bad. So while Shin Goketsuji Ichizoku isn't exactly like every other 2D fighter in a number of ways, when you get right down to it, it's got some nice visuals, an entertaining soundtrack, and solid gameplay, and that's really all that matters.
Round 1, fight!
So this is a great 2D fighter, the best in the series that I've played so far, in fact, and I fully recommend it to fans of the genre, especially if you have never given this series a try before. You're in for a treat. Unfortunately, as it was a Japan-only, console exclusive released at the tail end of the PS2's lifespan, it seems like supplies were limited, as this is a pretty expensive game these days. As much as $100 online, which is asking a lot. I don't think it would be worth that much to casual fighting fans, but if you're hardcore into the genre and you collect PS2 imports, Shin Goketsuji Ichizoku is worth picking up. It's ridiculous, occasionally confusing, it's a lot of fun, and it's definitely awesome.
KO! You lost!
俺超強えよ